Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Dan Faust, and I thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time. I can promise you in advance that your body will be glad you did. With over 5,000 nutrition companies and about 65,000 nutritional products already on the market, a legitimate question would be, so why Aroga? Well, I can tell you that especially over just this last decade, there's been an explosion of discoveries and far better understanding of how health and wellness, as well as sickness, starts at individual cell levels in our body. Fortunately, along with the discoveries of what goes wrong in our bodies, also comes new nutrition solutions that are changing lives for the better in ways we used to think were impossible. Aroga is definitely at the forefront of those solutions. When we look at the 2017 U.S. statistics, over $37 billion was spent on dietary supplements by over 76% of the adult population, and that's not counting dietary supplements taken by children and teenagers. Vitamins and minerals are the most commonly consumed category in that 37 billion, and the good news, people are at least taking more responsibility for their own health. The bad news, 76% of adults spending over 37 billion on supplements are not significantly changing the health statistics. When we look at major health challenges like cardiovascular disease and cancers, they once again are increasing in both occurrence rate and causes of death. However, and very significantly, if the usual familiar nutrition approaches were all the body required, we wouldn't need to be talking about newly discovered nutrition technology. Well, technology does march on. This is what phones looked like in 1912, the year that Casimir Funk, a Polish biochemist, discovered vitamin B1. Phones in the mid-1960s looked a bit fancier, and about that time, finally, warning labels were put on cigarette packs. Today we have the iPhone 12. Still can make a phone call, but smartphone technology has advanced radically, and so has our understanding of the human body. We will look at a couple of dramatic examples of how and why our bodies require the new 21st century nutrition technology solutions. Obviously, healthy cells make a healthy body, and yes, cells still need vitamins and minerals and many other nutrients to be healthy. But staying healthy and functioning normally is a whole different issue, and that requires different nutrients with a different mechanism of action. Welcome to the 21st century. But first and simply put, the body works on several major rules. So, rule number one, like any machine, the body runs best when operating according to its design principles. It's not about my opinion or anyone else's opinion. It's pure biochemistry and physiology. What does your body require to operate the way that it is programmed to work? And by the way, your body is programmed with the genetic potential to go for 120 years. Rule number two is really important. The human body does not care about excuses or good intentions. This cartoon says it very well. What fits your busy schedule better, exercising 1 hour a day or being dead 24 hours a day? On a daily basis, the 37 plus trillion cells that make up our body are under constant assault by things like physical and emotional stress, damage to DNA and other cell components. Hey, cells get old and hit the end of their life cycle, and environmental toxins and a whole host of other challenges, which means that about 50 to 70 billion cells every single day will need to be removed and replaced by new healthy cells. How the body eliminates those 50 to 70 billion cells is critically important. The body's solution to getting rid of those 50 to 70 billion cells every day is a fancy scientific word called apoptosis, which means programmed cell death. Now, to me, cell death, programmed or otherwise, didn't sound like the best plan, but turns out to be absolutely vital. Apoptosis happens to be the body's natural way of initially, in phase one, trying to repair those individual damaged cells, including DNA damage, which would be the ideal way to maintain healthy cells, or eliminating damaged cells that can't be repaired, like cancer cells as an example, old cells that have hit the end of their life cycle, and unnecessary cells. If these cells are not properly removed by apoptosis, then the process of necrosis and inflammation will occur, resulting always in additional collateral damage to nearby healthy cells. So let's look at proper regulation versus dysregulation of apoptosis. It's been discovered apoptosis is a key mechanism to the normal function of systems throughout the entire body. If, however, apoptosis is not regulated or balanced properly, many systems of the body will be affected and not in a positive way. Fortunately for us, from a learning standpoint, while the apoptosis biochemistry and signaling pathways are unbelievably complex biochemistry, dysregulated apoptosis results in either too little apoptosis and increased cell survival, examples would be in various cancers or in autoimmune diseases, or too much apoptosis and excessive cell death. Examples would be in cardiovascular diseases, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, where normal healthy brain neurons are being damaged. The really good news is that the body is already programmed to bring it back into proper balance, but only if the body has access to the nutrient tools it requires to do so. Let's take a look now at a specific example involving dysregulated apoptosis. Everyone wants to have strong bones and good bone density. Osteoporosis, on the other hand, is weak and brittle bones, just the opposite. Bone itself happens to be very dynamic tissue. It's constantly being built up, torn down, built up again in a process called bone remodeling. Bone cells called osteoblasts are bone building cells, while osteoclasts are bone tearing down cells. Dysregulated apoptosis results in excessive osteoblast apoptosis or cell death, while at the same time stimulating osteoclastogenesis, which results in proliferation of osteoclast bone tearing down cells. Simply put, there are more bone tearing down cells than bone building cells. It doesn't matter how much or what type of calcium supplement you are taking. If you don't have enough bone building cells to attach the calcium and the various other minerals into the bone matrix, you can't maintain normal, strong bone density. Other control mechanisms are going to be in charge. Another major difference in our understanding of what the body requires to function normally is found in the newly emerging science of epigenetics, looking at how many factors can change the expression of our genes while the DNA itself is unchanged. These two mice have exactly the same agouti gene. The agouti gene results in mice born with yellow fur, a ravenous appetite which makes them quickly obese, and then become susceptible to diabetes, cancers, cardiovascular disease, and they die at an early age. However, if the expression of the agouti gene is turned off, the mouse will be born with brown fur, a normal appetite, and will live a long, normal life. The only difference between these two mice was that the mother of the brown mouse was fed a diet with nutrients that specifically turned off the agouti gene expression that would have produced another yellow, obese, short-lived mouse. To oversimplify, we are talking about a wide variety of factors, including specific nutrients that can turn genes on or off. Those genes contain all the instructions required to direct the cell's activity. That's good. However, it takes proper regulation and balance of epigenetics to make that happen in a normal manner. On the other side of that equation, epigenetic dysregulation results in a wide variety of abnormal turning on or off of genes. But we're back to the same basic too little or too much that results in a wide variety of disease states, literally starting at the individual cell level. Importantly, again, the DNA of the gene was not changed, only which expressions of normal function were either turned on or turned off. With those two examples in mind, I think you would agree that a logical next question would be, how do we support the body to regulate and balance apoptosis and gene expression in a much better manner? Well, fortunately, again, with 21st century biochemistry technology advancements, we are looking at a group of brilliant researchers from around the world who have identified specific plant nutrients that help support normal apoptotic and epigenetic cellular pathways. However, let me first ask a question. True or false? Knowledge is power. Well, if you said true, sorry about that, but actually it's false. It's the application of knowledge that equals power. Interestingly, it has been discovered through the research of thousands of scientists worldwide that most of the plant ingredients that activate apoptosis pathways are bitter, mainly bitter herbs. For a multitude of reasons, those plant nutrient components are missing or deficient from our modern-day diets. Currently, much of the research data is being used to attempt to develop new types of drugs referred to as biologics. On the other hand, Dr. Bill McAnally and the Aroga research team are pursuing a different concept: support the body itself to be more normal rather than develop a new drug to manage abnormal. Reviewing thousands of medical studies on a wide variety of plants, synergistic combinations of bitter herbs and plants have been combined to create very powerful nutritional formulas. The word Aroga comes from the ancient Sanskrit language and means free from disease, healthy, and well. 21st century discoveries definitely confirm that wellness begins within. The healing benefits of the aloe plant have been known and utilized for thousands of years. In the mid-1980s, Dr. Bill McAnally identified mannose polysaccharides as the primary active ingredient in aloe vera interleaf gel. Its chemical name is beta-1,4-linked acetylated polymannan, from which came the shortened version ACE-mannan. The wound healing properties of the aloe plant are related to modulation of our immune system, but the ACE-mannan is beneficial for so much more, as we will soon see. Along with being a major player in immune system modulation, ACE-mannan was also recognized as an important factor in how cell-to-cell communication occurred. ACE-mannan supplements have already benefited millions of people around the world. Ignoring all of the science and biochemistry to explain it, cell-to-cell communication mainly occurred through outside-the-cell communication. On the other hand, Aloe 1, containing 580 milligrams of capsules of pure ACE-mannan, provides the body with the specific necessary building blocks to allow the outside-the-cell communication to occur more normally. Over mainly the last decade, the next major breakthrough in understanding how cells stay healthy was recognition that in order for your individual cells to respond to that communication, they required an incredibly complex but efficiently functioning inside the cell communication network. That network consists of hundreds of pathways, literally thousands of signaling molecules in a very intricate interplay in order to keep that cell functioning the way it's supposed to. That is where Dr. McAnally's next generation apoptosis-focused dietary supplement called Core fits into the perfect combination. Core consists of 10 different plant ingredients that supply the body with the specific nutrients that it requires to both repair the cells and optimize the inside the cell communication pathways in a very broad spectrum manner, allowing them to cover most of the critical systems of our body. The perfect combination is a very important concept in how you can support your body, meaning your 37 plus trillion cells, and their ability to maintain or regain health. Simply put, Core makes healthy cells, Aloe 1 helps the cells to talk to each other, and consequently helps make the entire body healthy. Aroga Plus supplements provide additional help to specific systems of the body where extra apoptosis support is needed. Bone, joint, and endocrine, obviously for bone, joint, and endocrine systems. Brain and nerve, gastrointestinal, and immune support all again give specific help to a specific issue possibly going on in a particular system of the body, whereas the Core again is broad spectrum and has the overall advantage of taking care of multiple systems at the same time. Cardiovascular support is the latest apoptosis-focused supplement from the Aroga scientific research team. Cardiovascular support is very broad spectrum in its benefits. Supporting more normal means more normal blood pressure, more normal cholesterol levels, and especially more normal cholesterol ratios of good cholesterol versus bad cholesterol. more normal blood vessel function, more normal heart function, more normal heart rhythm, more normal heart muscle repair following injury, more normal heart blood vessels, more normal platelet aggregation, meaning blood clotting. It is also protective against a host of factors that can damage the heart while treating another health issue in the body. And the list goes on and on. Currently, 459 studies on PubMed are there regarding the 4 plants combined in cardiovascular support. This formula is literally heart health in a bottle. Next is a very brief overview of one of the most amazing products you will ever use. The mouth-body connection is recognized as very important in our overall health. Because the mouth is extremely vascular, what goes on in the mouth does not just stay in the mouth, but can have serious negative effects on the rest of the body. Theragel is Aroga's newest product, is another totally unique product for wellness support. 91% of the adult population has one or more oral health issues, as well as many children. A first ever in this industry, this product is FDA approved for all oral wounds and is safe for all ages. It is all natural, plant-based, non-toxic, drug-free. Specifically, 3 pros critically important to how this works: provides pain relief, no numbing, protects from contamination, and promotes optimal healing. Be sure to watch the full Theragel presentation video if you have not already done so to find out just how extensive this fabulous product is for oral health. Aroga's plant ingredients for the various formulas come from over 25 countries. Only the best sources for nutrition are chosen, whenever available, organic, and the best processing methods, specifically flash freeze drying under vacuum, to maintain the integrity of the nutritional content that's found in those different plants, and extremely stringent quality requirements. Quality control is a very serious issue at Aroga, with multiple ingredient quality checks. Those checks are made prior to purchase of the ingredients. As the ingredients are received, actually in the first 10 batches of raw materials they received, they sent back 9 batches because they weren't the quality they had agreed to, during the production process and before the final release of the product occurs. In addition, on every batch of materials coming in, chemical screens for heavy metal contamination like lead, chromium, arsenic, zinc, cadmium, copper, mercury, and nickel are also performed on every batch of those plant ingredients. Unique has got to be one of the most cliched words in the nutrition industry, but in the case of Aroga's Apoptosis Focus supplements, it is a totally accurate statement. The capsules themselves are all hand-filled, which, by the way, supplies a lot of jobs here in the U.S. In addition to the hand-filling, there are no fillers, flow agents, or dyes that are involved in the process. Aroga uses the entire plant to capture all of the synergistic plant ingredients for maximum efficacy. 21st century nutrition discoveries offer us tremendous new options to maintain or regain our health at individual cell level. However, only the application of that knowledge can make a difference for your overall health and quality of life. I would suggest that the next step would be to become a customer and to save 20% on the retail price on all monthly orders. There is no cost to become a customer, or you may choose to become a wellness partner, help us share this valuable information that helps to change people's lives, and earn while you are doing it. I hope that you can catch a glimpse of the passion that we have for sharing this gift of Aroga. Please get back to the person who shared this with you for more information on how to get started. Thank you and have a great day.